Well, almost 2 weeks into the tournament, and I don't know how many people would have predicted last year's runners-up and the team that finished top of the group stage to enter this fixture as the last and second last team on the points table. But it is the battle of the basement on Tuesday when the Gujarat Lions host the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Ajit, Agarkar and Brad Hogg in purple and pink are going to be looking ahead to that game and telling me what's going on with the sides, what's gone wrong with the sides of Suresh Raina and Virat Kohli. Let's get into match day, match point number 1, and we must talk about the home captain, because Suresh Raina, as good as he was with the new franchise last season, leading them to the top of the league stage, there have been some questionable decisions. I'll set them up for you if you've been following Raina's captaincy. His own form's been hit and miss. He's looked good, but he's not quite accelerated when needed. But Ajit and Brad, Ishan Kishan in that last game, bizarrely ahead of Jason Roy and the informed Dinesh Karthik. Dwayne Smith then in the chase when it was tight, 58 of 36, just the kind of bowler that Karen Pollard fancies when he still had Basil Thampi and Andrew Tye to bowl. Shival Kaushik bowling in the power play against Gambhir, not 1 but 2 overs I think. Changing the batting and bowling order almost bowling attack and batting order every game, dropping Dhaval Kulkarni. Wow. Alright, Ajit Agarkar, you know enough about Suresh Raina, you've seen enough of the Gujarat Lions, you adopted that team for our show last year. What has gone wrong with the Lions suddenly? Why are they not roaring? 45 seconds to try and explain.
I mean, last year I think a couple of things. There was Jadeja and Bravo available to them, I think, and their top 2 plus Raina and Karthik were batting well throughout the season. So that made a difference. Having said that, you know, because you've lost a couple of your key players at the start, you need your captain to come to the fore. I mean, some of the decisions have been baffling, really. There's another instance where he opened the bowling against the Sunrisers, which is fine. You have 2 left-handers, and then goes on to bowl 2 overs. I mean, when the stats showed that Dhaval Kulkarni has a decent enough bowling record against the likes of Warner. So, you know, those decisions you don't want to you don't want to get them wrong when the team is doing or not doing well rather. And he's been looked a little bit flat at the start of the tournament. The last couple of games he's looked better, but he'll have to do a lot better if they have to have any chance of progressing this season.
Well, maybe Brad Hogg, you can help me with what Suresh Raina can do better, and there are plenty of places you can start from. 45 seconds for you to try and break down Raina, the captain this season.
Well, it's a pretty tough one, isn't it? Because they've got a very good team, they've got a very good batting lineup, but it's just trying to get some consistency there and putting players in the right place. As we said before, Kishan came in and batted in front of Roy, and Roy's a gun player, scores quickly, but Kishan just held them up last game. And then you had Smith bowling against Pollard. That's just criminal captaincy when you've got someone like Pollard, especially when he's had a couple of balls to get in. You've got to get your strike bowler in there and try and get Pollard out, because he's the one that's going to take the game away from you. As far as I can see, it's just got to be consistency, giving his players a role to play and making sure those players are put into that role to perform.
Alright, well, Suresh Raina, try and fix that. He's only won the 1 game so far, and let's see if he can turn things around. Let's keep an eye on his decision making when Virat Kohli's side comes to Rajkot.